What's up guys, I'm Ozzie Jon. This is simple skincare and grooming for men. Basically I've started this channel to help out the ordinary guy who's a bit older like myself maybe. I'm 35 years old. You just want to know the basics. How do I fix my face and still look almost the same when I'm 50 years old as I do now? So as I said, I'm 35. I do a bit of modeling. I need my skin to stay in reasonable condition, especially in a warmer climate. Having fairer skin like myself, if you don't do something to protect your skin, to give it the nourishment it needs, it can age and deteriorate very quickly. So let's get straight into it. I've just woken up today. I've literally just run some pomade through my hair. I've noticed that some people who do these videos look like they've already done their routine before they do the video. I want to always give you the genuine article, so you know that I'm not pulling your leg. You see how my skin looks before and after I do the routine. The first thing I want to do today is introduce you to one of my favorite products that if you're a rookie, you're probably not using. It's a serum, Derma E Vitamin C Concentrated Serum. And you can find it at your drugstore or pharmacy for probably about $28 if you're in Australia. It'll be even less if you're overseas, or you can buy it online as well. It's winter here, so you may not in winter, especially in Australia, have oily skin as much if you've got an oily skin type like you would in the summer. My first step is always to still cleanse. I don't use an oil-based cleanser because I have sort of oily combination skin. Some people like to use oil-based cleansers, especially if they're using a lot of makeup or they're using, with sunscreens and things like that. I like to use a nice foaming cleanser. So let's do the cleansing step first. I'm going to do that now, and then we'll move on to the serum, which is always my very next step. Let's do it. With the cleanser, I always work a little bit of water into my face first. And I'll get my cleanser. And they say you put about half a teaspoon on your hand. I'll work it together in my hands like this, into a nice lather, as they say. And then I rub it around my face. I like to do it in my beard to begin with. It kind of foams up, and I'll work it up around the face, under my eyes. Don't get it in your eyes. Once it's in a nice foamy lather like that, that's when I wash it off. Okay, so once you've done the cleansing step, you dab your face dry. You never pull because especially the under parts of the eyes here, they're quite sensitive. So you always want to dab and not pull if you can. Just a nice dab around the face and neck. As you can see, I've got quite sensitive skin. It gets a little bit red straight after cleansing, but that's okay. The next step is going to be the toner. So let's do that. So I use a nice, it's basically very cheap toner, Serum. Again, you can get it from most drugstores, even some supermarkets, Coles, Woolworths if you're in Australia. I think it cost me about $12, something like that. Be even cheaper overseas because of the exchange rate. But it smells beautiful. It's paraben and alcohol free. This one's chamomile and rose for all skin types. It just gets my skin ready for the serum, and it's very refreshing if your skin is feeling a little bit dehydrated as well. And that's why I find it particularly good after using a cleanser. I prefer a foaming cleanser to an oil cleanser. As I said, it does dry out your face a little bit. As you can see, my skin was a little bit red, maybe irritated at first, but it calms down very quickly, and now it's shiny. There's no oils and sebum on there. It's all been cleansed out. So I get the cleanser, a couple of nice sprays around the face. Like I said, a nice soothing sort of thing for your face. And I get one of these cotton pads. They're probably about 30 cents each. You can get a pack of them for, I'd say, I don't know, maybe $5 for 100, something like that. And you just pat it around the face. especially under the eyes, and you can kind of more drag around the top of the head where the skin's a bit tighter. And the next step I'm going to show you today, and final step, is the Derma E Vitamin C Concentrated Serum. And this has hyaluronic acid in it. I'm not a scientist, but I know from using a number of skin products what the best ingredients are. The ones I think have had the most positive effect, the most noticeable effect on my skin. So I tilt my head back because it's kind of a little bit, let's say, oily. It sort of runs down your face. So I do one here. And you can use the cotton pads, but I just work it around my face with my fingers. I am quite an active guy, and you know, I work outside a lot, and I have worked outside quite a lot and played a lot of sport over my time. So I do have some creases up here. I like to work it in there because supposedly it reduces the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, and certainly it protects against them from getting worse. Put another one here, right on my eye, and another one here. And I'll work those around the eye area and across the rest of my face. And just dab around here. As you can see, I do have some bags there, and I have a solution for that, which I'll talk to you about in a later video. But as I said, I have just woken up. I did have a fairly big night last night, and I want you to see the real deal. But anyway, I was just basically filling in time there while that sunk in. It sinks in very quickly, as you can see. It gives your face a nice glow without making it look oily at all. And I do have quite oily skin. The next step would be moisturizer, usually. You'd work that around your face. Don't just use any old moisturizer. I'll get to that in the next video. I mean, you've got to spend money on a good moisturizer. Other things, I find the more expensive ones aren't necessarily the best. But don't just get the cheapest one from your local chemist warehouse. We'll talk about that in a later video. If you already know of one and you're comfortable with it, go ahead and use that. And then the next step after that would be the SPF, which is vital. All of this means nothing if you don't use SPF. It is absolutely the most important step in your skin routine, especially for someone with fair skin, but really for someone with any skin, because the sun ages your skin. All right, and I'll get into the SPFs and the other products I like in a later video. Hopefully this helped you out a little bit. Please hit the like and subscribe button below, watch some of my other videos, and I'll see you next time.